AstroNerdBoy here, and today we're going to discuss the new Raid Up banner for Abby and the Queen of Sheba. We'll also talk about the new Interlude Campaign Part 4, and we'll go over a bit more news. To get things started, because the campaign for the Fate Grand Order Chaldea Broadcast Station US Branch Volume 6 was successful, we will be getting 3 Saint Quartz sometime in the future. So that's pretty cool. Next up, we're going to go over the Interlude Campaign Part 4. The first servant on the Interlude Campaign will be the Caster of Midrash, who's the Queen of Sheba, and her interlude will be the 1 Saint Quartz reward. The next interlude servant is Gorgon, who will get a boost to her Noble Phantasm. And if we look over on the fandom.com site, we see that at rank A, she deals damage to all enemies and charges NP party gauge by 10%. And at NP 5, that's a 500% damage effect. And her overcharge is to inflict curse for 5 turns, which at 500% is a 3,000 points of damage. However, the interlude will change the rank of her Noble Phantasm to A+, which will give her a 15% charge to the party's NP gauges, and will increase her damage by another 100 percentage points of damage per each Noble Phantasm rank. Jaguar Warrior, who's Jaguar Man in the actual Japanese, will get a 1 Saint Quartz reward for her interlude. Lancer Medusa will also get a Noble Phantasm boost with her interlude. And if we look over here, currently it is at rank B with a 2000% damage boost against a single target enemy and a chance to stun at up to 160% at a 500% overcharge. The interlude will make her go to rank B+, which will add 400% points to all NP ranks. It will also add the additional reduce their quick resistance by 20% for 3 turns. That's against the enemy. And the stun percentage chances remain the same. Reneza, again, is just a 1 Saint Quartz reward for her new interlude. Likewise, Quetzalcoatl will receive a 1 Saint Quartz reward for her new interlude. And that's all the new interludes for this round. For the new banner, we have the highly anticipated Abigail Williams coming. And of course, we have the Caster of Midrash, who is the Queen of Sheba. And this is the first Foreigner class servant we are having added to the rosters. And Foreigner classes are your anti-berserker go-to servant. And if we look over at Fandom site, we'll get some specific details on what Foreigners can do. They have a base damage multiplier of 1. Foreigners have a base star generation of 15%. Foreigners have a base star absorption weight of 150. Foreigners have a base death rate of 10%. Berserkers take double damage from Foreigner and deal half damage against them. So this will be the first servant, obviously, that will have in our rosters to go up against these ugly Berserker teams. However, Foreigners are weak against alter egos, as they deal half damage to alter egos and take double damage from alter egos. The Beast 3/L takes 20% more damage from Foreigner, and as best as I can tell, this is an enemy servant that we have to fight at some point in time. But if you have Abby, you can deal 20% more damage against Mara here. And if we look, this is the new updated guide to show how everything works within the game now, as far as who's strong and weak against what. So now Berserkers have a servant class that they're weak against, so I'm kind of looking forward to trying that out in battle. As for Abby-chan, GamePress.gg site has her ranked at a tier 3. And the main reason for this is the insanely long cooldowns on all her abilities. But let's look at her kit real quick. Her max HP is 13,770 and her max attack is 12,100. She has a weak NP gain per hit at 0.25% and a 3% NP gain when attacked. Her star absorption rate is 148 and her star generation per hit is 14.8%. Her traits are female, divine, humanoid, servant, heaven or earth, and threat to humanity. Her first skill is Faithful Prayer, rank C. Increase NP gauge for all allies by 10% each turn. Increase NP strength for all allies. And at rank 10, that will be a 30% NP strength gain for all allies and a cooldown of 7. Mass Hysteria rank B is a debuff, which inflicts terror status on all enemies. And terror status basically has a chance to stun the enemy every turn, and if the enemy gets stunned, the debuff goes away. It also will decrease defense of all enemies for 3 turns. And as we can see here, the stun chance at rank 10 is 50%, and the defense decrease is 20% at rank 10. But again, a 7-turn cooldown, which is just nuts. Witch Trials, rank A+, is decrease in NP gauge for a single enemy by 1, decrease attack for a single enemy for 3 turns. At rank 10, the decrease in attack is 20%, and again, another 7-turn cooldown. Her class skills, the first one is in Entity of the Outer Realm, rank EX, which is gain 2 critical stars per turn, and increase your debuff resistance by 12%. The second one is Insanity, rank B, increase your Buster card effectiveness by 8%. And the third one is Divinity, rank B, apply damage plus for yourself, which is an extra 175 points of damage. Her Noble Phantasm, whose name I'm not even going to attempt to butcher, is ranked EX. It will remove one enemy's buff, and this activates first at the start of the Noble Phantasm, and then deals damage to a single enemy. On overcharge, it reduces their critical attack chance by 1 turn. So at MP5, that damage plus on her Noble Phantasm will be 1000%, and if she gets a 500% overcharge, she can reduce the enemy's critical chance percent by 70%. So we see her attack and HP growth as you advance her up through 100 if you so choose. Her stat ratings, and here's a look at the Ascension materials and the cost for that, as well as the skill enhancements. And of course, here's the all-important totals that are needed. So, feathers and hearts really stand out to me because I'm low on them. But of course, it's not like lamps or these roots are all that common either. So, this is Abby's Bond CE, which we see has the effect of, when equipped on Abigail, increases own NP strength by 30%, applies instant death immune to self 3 times. Now, Game Press says that her strengths are advantage against berserkers, good team support, good challenge quest utility, and high Noble Phantasm damage. However, her weaknesses are the high cooldowns on all her skills, which, yeah, that's just 7 on all of them is just nuts. That she has a poor Noble Phantasm gain. She has a mismatched card deck with a Buster Arts Quick. So, and since she's a Buster servant, that, yeah, it's not very good. And she lacks hard survivability. They recommend that you rank up Faithful Player C skill first, Mass Hysteria second, and Witch Trials last. And here are some Craft Essence recommendations according to Game Press. So, yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Abigail Williams. 私がフォーリナーで、あなたがマスターなの？よければアビーって呼んでくださいな。すぐお友達になれると思うわ。
All right. Well, that was pretty cool. This is the first time I've ever recorded getting a servant. And that was, I think, my first 5-star from no, it was my second 5-star from a ticket, I think. I think it was my second from a ticket. So, totally awesome. I still have 2 tickets left. So, very cool there. If you like this video, please give me a like. And also, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my YouTube channel, where I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I also have a Twitch channel. Just look for AstroNerdBoy. I'm trying to get affiliate status over there. Also, I run an anime and manga blog at anime.astronerdboy.com, where I'm blogging several anime and manga titles, including Yuki Holder on the manga side, Tonikaku Kawaii, also a manga, Azur Lane, and the Babylonia Fate Grand Order series. So do come by, give it a check. AstroNerdBoy signing off. You all have a very good one, and we will see you later.